Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dan Spreckley. I'm the Golden Pirate. Um, I have noticed that there is a lot of basics being forgotten in the fishing world. When I first started fishing, my dad took me down the river and he did everything for me besides catching the fish. Right? But when I started getting really interested when I was a kid, I started asking, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do I attach this hook? How do I attach the float? And he showed me. Alright, he was the starter to my fishing, my love of fishing. Alright, now, ever since then, I've been fishing for the last 20 odd years, and I have recently been a guide at Cat Master Tours in Spain, where I've also learnt quite a lot in big game fishing. So I'll be showing you some very simple knots, very basic, that helped land me catch some of these humongous fish. But starters, the first knot I ever learned, alright? And it was the first knot my dad ever showed me, and I just couldn't get it. The way he showed me was absolutely ridiculous. It was too detailed, too hard for my little fingers to work with my brain to achieve. However, it's also my first knot that I managed to make my own, and it's quite easy. I'm about to show you just now. Alright, so what I will be using: a nice pair of forceps. Yes, forceps are fantastic. They've got these lovely finger holes, which are fantastic for practicing as eyes. Alright, and for everyone on the screen to be able to see, I'll be using rope. Okay, now the actual knot itself will not be as neat, as tidy as it would with mono, braid, fluorocarbon at lighter strains. However, it will allow you to see what I'm doing and how the knot will look that is right. Okay, alright, so for the blood knot, my own personal way, so with the tag end, alright, you pass through the eye. Okay, so that is passed through the eye. You've now got your tag end running along your main line. Okay, now this is the real easy bit. This is when my dad absolutely stumped me. Alright, and the part that I made my own. All you need to do is twist the tag end over the main line. Alright, now what I just did there was flip the tag end over. Alright, now another real easy way of doing this: twist the eye. Alright, now I try to do this 6 times, so you get a nice bit of twisted line like so. Yeah, this is going to catch lots of fish, yeah. And it did when I was a kid, absolutely did. So yeah, you've now got this lovely bit of twisted line, but you still got your tag end. Alright, tag end's still there. Now what you've also created is this little loop here. Alright, where you first started twisting in the tag end around the actual line, right next to the eye. Alright, and now this is the important bit. You want your tag end to go through this loop here. Okay, so it's gone through, you pulled it through. Alright, so now you've got all of this. So what you need to do next, now this is very important. Alright, this knot constricts the line. Alright, it creates a lot of friction. Now this is where I have gone off the knot after the bigger fish, but it's still good for a beginner going after little fish. Okay, so roach, perch, gudgeon, sticklebacks, whatever you want, you name it, this can be used. Alright, but you need to lubricate it. Okay, so wet it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to wet this because it's not going to make much difference. But with light straining line, definitely lubricate it. Use your saliva if you're very hygienic, and you also know that there's a chance of Weil's disease in the river, and you've already had this in the water. use the water itself or use any water you've got on hand. Alright, but you do need to lubricate this. Alright, the more lubrication there is, the less friction there is, the less likely you are going to damage the line and lower the poundage of braking strain that it is. Okay, but once you've lubricated it, just slowly pull it down, and it gets tighter and tighter, and you see the actual 12s start coming together. Okay, now if it's not coming down too easily, you can sort of start teasing it down yourself. Alright, just nicely push it down, and it comes down, the loops start coming close together. Alright, now with this rope I'm going to have to sort of just push it in like so, and there is your knot. Okay, so you've got some lovely row of 12s there that go around the main line, and you've got this lovely bit of tag end here. With the blood knot, I suggest cutting it off so you still got a nice little bit of tag in there, because this can slip. Okay, but the good part about it, alright, leaving that lovely bit of tag in there, you know, cut it off so there's still a lovely little bit of tag in, is that when you want to remove the hook, it comes apart quite nicely as well. Now all you have to do is pull backwards on those 12s, alright, and that just pulls everything apart. And that is where the frustration comes in, because if you don't do it right, alright, and you're playing a fish and it comes off, when you reel it in, your hook's gone, you find this lovely bit of pigtail at the end of your line, and you know that your knot broke. Yeah, but only if the knot is done wrong, or not totally correct, or it's not lubricated. Alright, it is a fantastic knot for beginners. It is a fantastic knot for small fish and big fish, no doubt about it. It's good knot all round, but there are better knots. Alright, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That is how you do a blood knot. And it's also how you take apart a blood knot. Stay tuned. My next knot will be the grinner knot. Alright, another fantastic knot, and it is a knot that I've started using after the blood knot. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.